Suspension of works. Due to the employer's delay in making financial arrangements, subclause 2.4 of the GCC, and delayed payment of IPCs, the contractor suspended works on 12th August 2025. The engineer has scaled down his staff to align with the contractor's suspension of work and communicated to the employer on 26th August 2025. The suspension of works by the contractor exposes the employer, Ministry of Works, to significant financial claims of approximately 4.5 billion per month in addition to contractors' claims. This is in charges on idle equipment, and this is a legal provision. Contractors' equipment mobilization. The contractors more or less has actually mobilized. If you can look at all the equipment we have a total equipment of 200 and status of contractors program. The contractors submitted several work programs to reflect the increased scope and associated project delays. The contractors program of works submitted on 6 April 2024 anticipates a time of completion of works by 27 August 2027. However, now due to the delay by employer in confirming financial arrangements and delayed payments of IPC, the contractor is expected to submit a revised program until we have confirmed. When we confirm the availability of funds, then the contractor will be able to come up with actual dates of completion. The actual revised project
of this committee, when we are approving the first loan. And Honourable Minister, in the brief by Minister of Finance, if I try to compare with the report and the components that were submitted to the committee then, in fact, the additional interchanges, Honourable Minister, you are indicating that the additional interchanges at Busega, Nabingo, Maya, Lungala, and Mpigi. But at the time of approval of the loan, there was a provision for $98.2 million dollars, and it was to cater for one interchanges at Nabingo, Nsangi, Maya, and Lungala then. So those were 4 interchanges. And in the new variation, we see additional interchanges at Busega. Yes, Busega wasn't there then. Nabingo was there, Maya was there, Lungala was there, and Mpigi wasn't there. So to me, if I try to compare this, there are only 2 additional interchanges. Unless I want to be convinced that Nabingo is going to have 2 interchanges, and Maya is going to have 2. The same applying to Lungala. If that is the case, then Chair, also, so it is important to clearly know the variation from what we approved to the new one, because there seem to be some duplication in some of the items.
Thank you very much.
At the time we were approving the loan, we were around. Chair, you saw the excitement. I remember one colleague called Amos, the one who was the MP for Buyemba. Is it Buyamba? Mandela. Chair, Mandela convinced, he was one of the MPs who was mad and convinced us to sign, saying that we have been seeing these roads outside Africa. Now time had come for him to see the same road in Uganda. And we were complaining about the figure, because the figure was too big. What is only shocking is that what we are asking, what the ministry is asking as additional, is even more than the money that they asked for the other time, because the road is increasing from a figure by more than, is it 100%? Well, how do you call it? More than 100% additional to fund a road which was there, which the engineers saw very well and everything. But the money being asked for is more than the original loan. To Chair, is anyway sinking, and that is why when I was sharing with Honorable Migade, and you remember when we were when we were exchanging in the evening, I said at least this time I don't know whether it will be easy, much as the statements have been convincing that these connections. But the original loan that we had and the designs we had, Chair, we are very convincing that anybody had to reallocate the loan. Now we have brought in new interchanges, we have brought in new culverts. Now I want to seek clarification from the Minister of Finance, so it will be works. The original loan, when we are talking about this road, had no road at all. Now I see the road toll coming in. But we discussed that thing and they said it was not going to attract that payment. Now there is a road toll component which has come in the middle after the loan has already gone. Two, there was a presentation here where the General Wamala said, in the presentation of General Wamala, we are supposed to pay the suspension of works by the contractor exposes the employer to significant financial claims of approximately 4.5 billion per month in additional contractor's claim. 4.5 billion per month. You see, finance, these are losses that we incur unnecessarily and you can't understand them. Because a loan that we got in 2016, we had 2 years, supposed to commence in 2019. It was supposed to have 7 years of completion, 2024, 2025. Now this is the end of 2025. We are looking for more money to begin another work. In some years, I know as we are in campaigns now, this 4.5 billion, which is going to be paid to the contract every month. Somebody has already calculated how many months this could be. And this is some serious funding. Chair, it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. I wrote my note somewhere. It's very disturbing, Chair, that here we are on the same loan, scratching our heads in a funny way that we are moving. Now, Chair, the presentation of the...
Because this whole thing is very shabby. And it's unfortunate that we have come to all this. Because I remember the speaker, deputy speaker, took time and took us to Katonga. Because he said it is taking long and eventually some work now is being done. And I'm happy, generally, things are moving a bit. But for this one, we went and visited. They told us, we found that the only issue was design review, especially in the swampy areas. We visited all the bridges, but we had only Busega interchange, which was demanding because there was no way you could not have an interchange whereby somebody from the eastern side, Ginger side, or from Mitiana, Fort Potro side would go to join the express. Or for example, Katende Bujuko, you know, somebody coming from Mitiana, he can join. All those ones, nobody talked about them. And that one was well known to government. So there was no point whatsoever for this contractor to stop. No, the government knew about it. ADB is here. One time I think you traveled to Abidjan. You did some time back. You did. I am wondering why we could delay all this time. Because there is money already. You have shown, you have shown us that there is money that has not been disbursed. That money could have been given to a contractor, and he continues. Two, it is not yesterday's work. It's about now 2 years. All of us know how important Busega is. All of you, you are like most of you. You have sirens. You push everybody off the road. You could not be doing it. That most of people do it. Some of the people do it. But this is so important. I have told you people, I have said, please get to know. I said, if you can't take my mother to the hospital, Maragu, I can take her to Rubaga and Zambia. If I can't have my child going to Omuzukuru to Budo, I can take her to private school. But for the road, it is mandate of government. But we have failed to know that this thing was important. These link roads, they are very important when we use them. Tell me, how did we plan? It's like now you are keeping these local contractors by not giving them money, but you want to pay them interest. So you really see as if finance people have interest and works to pay these people. Why can't we have money and have this thing out of the way? Me, I don't want to blame you for blame game, no. But I think all of us, genuine person, should not have allowed this. Because the road is about 26.7, you said? The 20 kilometers are service roads. And it is anybody planning a road must. For example, when we are planning the Mpigi Express, we said there must be a road coming from the city joining that one. Imagine now we are collecting about 3 billion shillings from that road to one road to two of them anyway. How much would we be collecting? The only credit I can give you is that you have road told it. How many tolls are they for? That's good. You can generate money. But for example, we have kept on for so long that you don't have a road. Anybody who is in town who wants to go on the express, where does he pass? For example, from one day public service, join the other one. Wood, General Katumba, please. Let's wake up call. We can't blame you for all this because it's already a mess and we must be able to complete it. May I agree, whatever money, but I think we are slow in doing things. And I'm sure if Tayewa is in the chair, I don't know how we will manage. In the chair. Because we went with him as a deputy speaker and inspected with Madam Kajina and were told of the money required. It is the same Minister of Finance now we are running to. They're the same people who are here and they're the same people who were there that time. So why couldn't we do that? I think members, I'm happy that you have few members here of physical infrastructure who are here. Even national economy could see the deputy remembering what we said. But let's open a fresh page for each.